Jai Hind students, how are you? Hope you all will be fine at home. Okay, so let's start today's video lecture. Today I will teach you the chapter number 3. The name of the chapter is Pair of Linear Equations in Two Variables. So before starting the chapter, we should know what is a linear equation in two variables. So my question is, what is a linear equation in two variables? So students, always keep in your mind, an equation is said to be a linear equation in two variables if it can be written in a form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Every equation which can be written in a form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 will be a linear equation in two variables where x and y are the variables and a, b and c are real numbers. They are real numbers. Understood? So every equation which can be written in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is known as linear equation in two variables where x and y are variable and a, b, c are real numbers. But now in this chapter we will study about pair of linear equations in two variable. Pair of, and we all know that in a pair there are two equations. In a pair of linear equations means there are two equations. So a pair of linear equations means a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. This is the first linear equation in two variable, and the second equation will be a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. This is our second equation of linear equation, and they both equations will be known as pair of linear equations in two variables. Understood? Okay, now the question is, what is the solution of this pair of linear equation? What do you understand by the solution of the pair of linear equation? So beta, it is very simple. The values of the variables. What are the variables here? X and y. So the values of the variables which satisfy both the equations is known as the solution of that pair of linear equations. So what do you understand by the solution of pair of linear equation? The values of x and y which satisfy both the equations is known as solution of linear equation. Understood? Okay, now how can we find the solution of these pairs of linear equation in two variables? So beta, here we can find out the solution of a pair of linear equation in two variable by four methods. The very first method is graphical method. The very first method for finding the solution of a pair of linear equation is graphical method. Second method is known as substitution method. And the third is elimination method. And the fourth method is cross multiplication method. So understood? We can find out the solution of any pair of linear equation in two variable by the four methods. First method is graphical method, second is substitution method, third is elimination method, and fourth is cross multiplication method. Understood? Hope it is clear to everyone. Students, now we will discuss the graphical representation of a pair of linear equation. Graphical representation of a pair of linear equation in two variables. So consider there are two linear equations in two variables. First is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. Second is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So beta, if we plot the graph of these two equations, then there are three possibilities. These two lines can be intersecting lines. These lines can be two parallel lines, or these lines can be coincident lines. Understood? Only there are three possibilities of the graphical representation of these two equations. First possibility is both the lines can be intersecting lines, or parallel lines, or coincident lines. These are known as intersecting lines. These are parallel lines, or these lines are coincident lines. Intersecting lines means when both the lines intersect each other at a single point. These two lines intersect at this point or not. So these lines are known as intersecting lines. Here, these two lines will never intersect each other. You know, here these two lines will never intersect each other, and we know that those lines which never intersect each other are known as parallel lines. And the coincident lines, two lines which lies on each other. Two lines which lie on each other. First line is this, or second line is this. Both lie on each other. So these type of lines is known as coincident lines. Understood? So in graphical representation, we can find out the solution of the pair of linear equations in two variables by the intersecting points. So beta, how many intersecting points are in first case? There is only one intersecting point. That means it has one solution. How many solution it has? Means one solution, because there is only one intersecting point. If two lines intersect each other at a single point, that means the pair of that linear equations in two variables has one solution. Got it? Here the lines will never intersect each other. If they will never intersect each other, that means there is no solution. There is no solution. Here, coincident line. I told you the number of solution depends on the intersecting points. So here, there are infinitely many intersecting points because both lines lie on each other. So there are infinitely many intersecting points. Or if there are infinitely many intersecting points, that means this pair has infinitely many solution. Understood? So how many solution it has? Many solutions. So hope it is clear to everyone. If the pair of linear equations intersecting at a point, that means it has one solution. One solution or unique solution. One solution is also known as unique solution. Or if they are parallel lines, that means there is no intersecting points. So this pair of linear equation in two variables has no solution. Or if two lines are coincident lines, that means there are infinitely many intersecting points. So they have many solutions. Hope it is clear to everyone. Understood? Now students, we will discuss the nature of lines. What is the nature of lines? So see, I told you this type of equations are known as intersecting lines and it has unique solution. These are parallel lines, no solution. These are coincident lines, they have many solution. So beta, if the line has unique solution, means if a pair of linear equation in two variable has at least one solution, that means the nature of the pair of linear equation will be consistent. What is the nature of line? Consistent. When the nature of the lines will be consistent? When the solution of linear equations, when the pair of linear equation in two variables has at least one solution. So here this pair of linear equation has one solution, so the nature of this type of line is consistent. Clear? Here, this pair of linear equation in two variable has no solution. If no solution is there, that means its nature will be inconsistent. The nature of parallel lines is inconsistent. Understood? Here, this pair of linear equation in two variable has many solution. That means it has dependent nature. The nature of these type of lines is dependent. Understood? Got it? So if the pair of linear equation has one solution, that means its nature will be consistent. No solution, inconsistent. Many solution, dependent. They are also consistent as well as dependent. Understood? Hope it is clear to everyone. Good. Students, now we will discuss some important point, and these points you have to keep in your mind. These are very important points. So see, let a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. This is a pair of linear equations in two variables. Understood? So here, how can we identify these two lines are intersecting lines, coincident lines, or parallel lines? How we can identify how many solutions of this pair of linear equation in two variable has? Or how can we find what is the nature of the equation of these equations? So we have to identify the number of solutions of a pair of linear equation and the nature of the equations and the graphical representation. So the method for finding the nature of lines, for finding the number of solutions, and for finding the graphical representation, we have to find out the ratio of their constant terms. Means a1, a2, b1, b2, c1 and c2. These are the real values. So we have to find the ratio of a1, a2, b1, b2 or c1, c2. How? So this is a chart by which we can identify their graphical representation, number of solutions and nature of equations. So the ratio comparison. If the ratio of a1, a2 is not equal to b1, b2. If the ratio of a1 and a2 is not equal to b1, b2, see here, a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Then the lines, graphical representation of these lines will be intersecting lines. Which type of lines will be there? Intersecting lines. And how many solutions it has? I explained you, if the lines are intersecting lines, that means they have unique solution. Unique solution is here, means one solution. Or if it has one solution, then the nature of the equations will be consistent. Is it clear? So if the ratio of a1 and a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, that means lines will be intersecting, number of solutions will be 1, and the nature of equation will be consistent. Is it clear? Okay. Now the second ratio. If a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2, but it is not equal to c1 upon c2. Are you getting this point? a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, not equals to c1 upon c2. Then the graphical representation of these equations will be parallel lines. The lines will be parallel. And if the lines will be parallel, then the number of solution will be no solution. Understood? Or if there is no solution, that means the nature of the equation will be inconsistent. Is it clear? So if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2, then the lines will be parallel and they have no solution, or if they have no solution, then the nature of equation will be inconsistent. The third law is if a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2. Means the ratio of a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2 all are equal. So whenever a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2, then the lines will be coincident lines. Or if the lines coincident, then the number of solution will be many, infinitely many. Or if the number of solutions, many solutions is there, that means nature of equation will be dependent. Understood? So these three conditions you have to always keep in your mind. Is it clear? I am repeating, if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the lines will be intersecting. Or if lines intersecting, that means number of solution will be unique, means 1, and the nature of equation will be consistent. Second condition, if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 not equals to c1 upon c2, then the lines will be parallel, and the number of solution means no solution, and the nature of equation will be inconsistent. Or the third condition, if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 not equals to, if a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2, that means the lines will be coincident, and the number of solutions means many solutions will be there, and the nature of equation will be dependent. Hope it is clear to everyone. So these three conditions you have to always keep in your mind. These are very important conditions. Okay students, now we will discuss exercise 3.1, the very first exercise of this chapter, and the very first question is here. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Represent this situation algebraically and graphically. So here one word problem is given, and we have to represent this word problem algebraically and graphically both. Clear? So this is a chapter. The name of this chapter is pair of linear equations in how many variables? 2 variables. So here we are discussing about 2 persons. One is Aftab, another person is his daughter. Understood? So we have to consider the ages of Aftab and daughter in 2 variables. Understood? So how? Let present age of Aftab. Let present age of Aftab is x years. Got it? Now the present age of his daughter. The present age of his daughter is y years. These 2 ages are our consideration. Understood? Present age of Aftab is x years and present age of his daughter is y years. Now, according to question, first case, case 1. Aftab tells his daughter 7 years ago. The very first case is of 7 years ago. So very first case is 7 years ago. But first of all we have to find out the age of Aftab and his daughter 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, age of Aftab. But the present age of Aftab is x. So what was his age 7 years ago? It will be x minus 7 years. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. Similarly, age of daughter. The present age of daughter is y. So the age of daughter 7 years ago was y minus 7 years. Understood? But according to the question, Aftab tells his daughter 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. I means Aftab. So 7 years ago, what was the age of Aftab? X minus 7. So x minus 7 means the age of Aftab was 7 times. 7 times. Times is here means multiplication by 7. So 7 times means 7 multiplied. 7 times as old as you were then. You stand for his daughter. So the age of his daughter was y minus 7. Means the age of Aftab 7 years ago was 7 times the age of his daughter. So what was the age of his daughter? Y minus 7. Hope it is clear to everyone. Yes. Now see, x minus 7 equals to, multiply by this, 7y minus 7 7s are 49. Now we will shift all these terms in left hand side. So x, this 7y will be here, so it will be minus 7y. Minus 7 is here, this minus 49 will be here, that will be plus 49 equal to 0. Now see, x minus 7y or minus 7 plus 49, it will be plus 42 equal to 0. This is our first equation. Understood? Now we will discuss about the second equation. So for second equation, case number 2. Second case. Second case is also 3 years from now. 3 years from now will be the second case. 3 years from now means 3 years after. So after 3 years. So first of all, we have to find out the ages of Aftab and his daughter after 3 years. So beta, age of Aftab. Present age of Aftab is x years. But after 3 years, his age will be x plus 3 years. Am I right? Okay. Now, age of daughter will be, present age of daughter is y years. So after 3 years, her age will be y plus 3 years. But according to question is saying 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. I shall be 3 times. I stand for Aftab. So age of Aftab after 3 years will be x plus 3. So the age of Aftab shall be 3 times. 3 times means 3 into as old as you will be. So you stand for his daughter, and the age of daughter after 3 years will be y plus 3. So it will be y plus 3. Understood? This means that the age of Aftab after 3 years, the age of Aftab will be 3 times the age of his daughter. Hope it is clear? Okay. Now simplify this. X plus 3 equal to 3 is multiplied inside the bracket. So it will be 3y plus 3 3 is a 9. Now we will shift all these things in left hand side. So x plus 3 minus y minus 9 equal to 0. Now see, x minus 3y, x minus 3y or plus 3 minus 9, it will be minus 6 equal to 0. This is our second equation. Understood? So here we got two equations, first equation and second equation. So the algebraic representation, now we have to write, hence the algebraic representation is, first equation is x minus 7y plus 42 equal to 0, and the second equation is x minus 3y minus 6 equal to 0. So this is our algebraic representation of this given word problem. Hope it is clear to everyone. Clear? Okay. Now we will discuss about graphical representation of the same problem. So after getting these two equations, we can plot its graph. So how can we plot the graph? You know very well. In 9th class we have already plotted the graphs. Na? So first of all, from equation number 1, we can find out the value of x. So see, x equal to this minus 7y can be shifted here. So minus 7y will be here, then it will be positive 7y, and this 42 will also be shifted there, means it is minus 42. Hope it is clear. Okay, now we have to find the points of x and y. But if we put y equal to 0 or if we put y is equal to 6, so 7 6 are 42 minus 42 gives you 0. So I am putting here y is 6. If y is 6, then 7 6 are 42. 42 minus 42 0 means the value of x is 0. Clear? Okay. Now if we put y is equal to 5, so this will be 7 5s are 35. 35 minus 42 means minus 7. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. After getting these points, now we will have to find out the points for equation number 2. Now from equation number 2. Now from this equation, again we have to find the value of x. So x equal to, this 3y can be shifted in right hand side. This is negative 3y, so it will be positive 3y. And minus 6 can also be shifted there, so it will be plus 6. Understood? Now we have to find the points for this equation, x and y. If we put y equal to 0, so 3 into 0, 0 plus 6, then x will be 6. Clear? Okay. Or if we put x as 0, so 3y plus 6 equal to 0, then this 6 will be shifted here, minus 6, and minus 6 upon 3, then y is equal to how much? Minus 2. Understood? After getting these points, we will plot these points on a graph. Understood? So I am plotting the graph here. So the points are, for first equation, points are 0 6, minus 7 and 5, and for second equations, point is 6 0, 0 and minus 2. So now I am plotting the graph for these two equations. xy and xy. So beta, for graph we will draw a Cartesian plane, and you know very well, in a Cartesian plane, horizontal line is known as x-axis and the vertical line is known as y-axis. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis, and this meeting point will be origin. Now we will plot some numbers here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Now see, first point of first equation, x is 0, y is 6. X is 0, y is 6. So this point will lie on y-axis. Y is 6 and x is 0. So x 0, y 6. Clear? Second point of this line, minus 7 and 5. X minus 7 and y 5. X minus 7 is here or y 5. So y 5 is here or x minus 7 here. So this point is minus 7 comma 5. Now we will join these 2 points with the help of scale. We will join these 2 points with the help of scale. Like this. Clear? This is the representation of first equation. Now we will have to plot these 2 points x6, y0. y0, so the point will lie on x-axis. So x6 here. So x is 6 or y is 0. Second point x0, y minus 2. x0, then the point will lie on y-axis. x0, y minus 2. This point is here. x0, y minus 2. Now we will have to join these 2 points with the help of scale. Like this. Clear? So this is the graphical representation of this equation. Hope it is clear to everyone. Clear? Okay. So now there are only 2 questions remaining in this exercise. So hope you will try yourself. So first question I have explained, and the remaining 2 questions you will solve in homework. Understood? Okay students, now I am going to bind up this video. We will meet again in a very next video. So till that time, stay at home, be safe, and thank you.